Everybody knows about real estate. However, nobody talks about how to build houses from scratch. I came into this country with no money, no experience, no connections whatsoever. And now I've managed to build a multi-million-pound portfolio. But was the journey worth it? In 2017, this is the first house I bought. Oh my God, I could not believe it when we completed because the mortgage wasn't very straightforward. So I had to go for appeal. But when I got my first key, I came here with my daughter and I cried. I cried because I could not believe I could have owned the house, and it was an incredible achievement for me, and I knew that that was the beginning of something very big. When I found this property, it was very, very tired. I have added a loft conversion. We raised the roof, as you can see. There is a 70 centimeters raise on the side. We have added an extension to the back, changed the cladding, relaid the roof, changed the front door, windows at the back, patio doors, and added 2 more in-suite rooms upstairs. It has taken me 7 years to save money to buy this house. It's been incredibly hard. I felt guilty as a mother, I felt guilty as a daughter. I couldn't socialize, I couldn't go on holidays. Like my friends were having, the best time in their 20s. I was working flat out, saving, working, taking extra jobs. So this house was the machine working for me for many, many years. And I have just sold it 6 months ago. And I miss it a little bit, but yeah, it had to go. I bought this house for £365,000 with a deposit of about 13%. I then spent £155,000 initially to do the loft conversion, raise the roof and extension, as well as full refurbishment and new kitchen, new electrics, new plumbing, all of it. And I sold it just 6 months ago for £635,000. Married very young, and I married the wrong person. And when I've realized that my life is going to a very, very bad place, I needed to get out. So my daughter was like 3 years old. The only aspiration my ex-partner had was to live in a council house, and I couldn't have this life for my daughter. So we are at my HMO, and this is the second house I ever bought. So I've remortgaged my first house on the first week of the second year, and my broker said, "You're crazy. You can't do it. You shouldn't be doing it. You're gonna lose it." I bought this property in 2018, and it's my second property I ever owned. I bought it for £325,000, and it was a very rundown 3-bedroom semi-detached house which needed love. What I love about this property is that it gave me an opportunity to extend, renovate, add value, and it allowed me a very comfortable cash flow. I've extended it to the rear, single-story extension, and I've also added loft conversion, a master in-suite, bedroom upstairs, and a fully renovated, new electrics, new plumbing, bathroom, everything. I was very low, very, very, very in a deep hole, so I needed to find a way to generate cash flow. I had a daughter to look after, I had a family who wasn't well, I had to make it happen. This house, if rented out on a long let just as a 1 unit, would be worth about £1,500 a month. By doing it as an HMO, it's actually more than doubled. And I've kept this property for, over 6 years now, and I'm not planning on selling it. The prices per room start from £650 and go to £850 per calendar month. That includes cleaning fees, the bills, and everything else. I had no money for a bus, and I just needed to survive. I couldn't get a job. I was so scared. I hit the rock bottom, and it was so bad that I had no way but to just climb. This is my first ground-up development. I bought a bungalow just like that with planning permission for 2 flats in November 2019 for £260,000. It first was on the market for £325,000, but they couldn't sell it. I had no money to buy it, obviously, because it was a wooden structure. You can't raise any funding for it. I asked a private investor for a loan of £300,000 to buy this property. It was incredibly risky. My broker at the time told me not to do it, but I had a feeling, the feeling I go by, that I had to buy it. So I've taken a loan at 28%, not because I'm crazy, but because I managed to negotiate the price from 325 to 260, and only then it made sense. So I actually thought I'm gonna die on this gravel when it was the building site. I had so many issues because of bad builders. This project was very, very difficult. So I bought the bungalow for £260,000, stamp duty. I then killed myself building it at £155,000 all in, and it was remortgaged at £650,000. I am now retaining both of them, and they're let out on long lets for some nice people who work for Oxford University. So this has been my story so far. Has it been worth it? Yes, it has. I've gone from exploring the unknowns to reaching great heights. With the lessons learned and experiences gained, now I'm doing developments like this. It's in a great location in Kennington, just over 1 mile from Oxford City Centre, and it's going to be amazing, beautiful, very modern, glass, sexy homes for people in Oxfordshire. It makes me feel very proud of myself, but also this property. I used to know the owner of this house. He was a very lonely older man, and because I live in the area, I used to come and see him all the time, and it was really sad when he has passed and when I was offered this site. So I really wanted to do something very, very special on this one. 2 years ago, when I heard about this site, I couldn't afford it, so I was looking to buy it for my investor. But time has changed, and this year we have managed to buy it for myself. It's going to be 4 units over here. 3 of them are going to be double story, and 1 will be single story with the open roof, with open plan kitchen, dining space, and each one of them will have private garden and an office room, because I think it's very important to have a little private space. I bought this site at £367,000, no planning. We then spent some money to get planning on. My build cost for 4 units here with interest just under £700,000, and the GDV for this project is £1.6 million. My journey hasn't been easy, but through all the trials and tribulations, I've somehow managed to push through. The reality is, nobody's coming to save you. You need to go out into the world and design the life you want for yourself. That being said, I'm excited to present to you my finished project in the heart of Oxfordshire. This property came with planning permission, and we had to build it as per approved plans. We saw an opportunity again. As you know, under permitted development, you can do loft conversion, and that's what we did on plot B, where we've added an extra in-suite bedroom, which added about £70,000 to the GDV. When designing this house, we wanted to be welcoming, we wanted to be a place for a family. People spend a lot of time at home nowadays, and I think the quality of finishes and the design makes a big difference. We went for the marble effect flooring. I love the kitchen in this house. I love all of my kitchens because they're great quality and they're stunning in both design and finish. I bought this property for £550,000 with stamp duty on top. It cost me just under £700,000 to build these 2 units in total. Then we have interest payments of just under £120,000, and we are on the market for £1.8 million to sell. So the profit on this deal is just under £380,000. It has taken me 7 months to complete the construction, and we're now on month 12 from the purchase. I'm building all these houses because I want to make a difference. I'm building retirement communities for people over 55s, for them to retire gracefully, comfortably in luxurious homes. I don't want old people dying alone in crappy houses for the government to wait to get inheritance tax. and I want people to live happily.